Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here, back with another one of our Bears franchise episodes, and well, we are looking kind of sad right now. But it's not like we are out of the mix. We still have one game against the Lions, two against the Vikings, and two against the Packers. So at the end of the day, it's not like we are in dire straits. We just need to play better. Brent Mitchell at left guard. Austin Wheeler. So good performances by them. Let's look at that. Mitchell. Wow, I just totally forgot who I was looking for. Brent Mitchell, yeah. Austin Wheeler. Why did I think Austin? We got Mitchell. We got Austin Wheeler right here. Probably one of the best safeties in the league. So we could use some depth. Oh, Kevin Cousins, speed rusher. Ooh, another one there. Those look good. They look good. Okay, that's not bad. Zone coverage, hit power. Like a box, looks like a zone box safety, but okay. They look good. Definitely have to figure out what we're gonna do with some of these teams or some of our free agents. So one more week, Robert Quinn will be back for the Titans. They are all healthy. So this is going to be a crazy game here. Look at the X Factors: Khalil Mack, Derrick Henry, Kevin Byard, Allen Robinson, Cordell Patterson. You gotta worry about Derrick Henry. You just play better. The offense. Our defense can't give up big plays at Tannehill.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee.
And I think we need to do a bigger recommitment to the run.
Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
I think that's our next big thing is we need to go for the run.
We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Nick Foles and the Chicago Bears.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, things haven't gone exactly according
Let's go.
at this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they are led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 52 from the University of Arizona. In his 9th year, it's Nick Foles.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he
It
just
wasn't the interception, it's the 8 drops.
there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers.
Saw that blitz.
That to be pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Good one to Cohen.
Down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? You know, he should have touched it more last week.
There we go. That's a good play.
They've taken care of that early.
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Clock keeps moving.
Let's right. Let's right.
Going on second and 8. Falls.
Really?
Boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Here comes the 7th play in this opening drive. They moved it around. Here's third down.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up.
So do I.
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Coverage is awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Good, powerful kick by Pinheiro.
It's good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That's pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Tennessee offense set to go to work for the first time, and in QB, the man signed to a big 4-year deal back in March. That's Ryan Tannehill.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 17 carries, 93 yards, and a score.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now, blocking the offensive coordinator all week long.
Khalil Mack.
He's 1 big game away from maybe leading the league.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
Mike the 59.
They'll try to run for the first one. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together, first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Give him 3 on first down.
Okay.
It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Block. Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36.
I need to take the deep route there. Oh, really? A monster?
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
I think he's down.
The football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
He was down. He was kneeling on the ground. Come on. That was an obvious one.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Mike's 59. Come on. You better check 50.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Oh wow.
He's got a first down.
Caught me from an inside blitz.
Out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Here's Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds.
And into the end zone.
Damn.
For a Tennessee touchdown.
I thought about changing to a zone. I have to there.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans
Gotta change to one.
lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. First and 10 at their own 23. There's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Check. 55 to Mike. 55 to Mike.
Throwing again on second down.
Here we go again.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
We got
And he's
this.
brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
And that was a high
We got lucky with that.
on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. I hold the football and declare it yours.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Watch it.
From the 44, Foles. He'll get that complete to his tackle, Quinn. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. 16 yards, a first down.
Mike's 54. I'm here all day.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first
Okay.
quarter play. After one, 7-3 the score
Check,
on
check.
EA
Watch
Sports.
54. Hey, let's get in them holes.
And he's
I wanted to go Cole Kmet.
to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for 1,000. Pressure, and he's taken.
There's the man.
Air sack. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's second and
Jesus, Derrick Henry.
13 back, but it leads now.
What a freight train.
Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long distance situation. You might come
Oh, he hit him! Jarred the ball loose.
Yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It was Jack Crawford who brought him down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. He's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball, let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. He's much more successful as well.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Oh my gosh. You gotta hit that, Foles.
You just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The catch is made by Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. And they're able
I
to
saw the blitz.
a solid gain of 23.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, Heavy.
On 2nd and 1,
What you got,
Foles.
Heavy? Give me some.
And
Give me
that'll
some.
be incomplete.
Here we go.
We do have a penalty flag down, however.
Pass interference, baby.
That's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll run the ball to Montgomery.
Got it.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. They had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field
Just made good plays. We would have had Allen Robinson gone for a touchdown if we would have hit that throw.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go. 30.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good.
Oh, wow.
Looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all,
right there.
try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
Mike 59. Watch run. Check 59.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill.
Oh, wow.
Be caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he
Breaking another tackle.
for a nice pickup.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
So we got Trevathan in here as well.
Second and 5 now. Tannehill completes it to Davis. 18-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. He gets it to Humphrey.
Grind.
He's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup there. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Why would I go man here?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he'll go down.
There it is.
Down at the 20.
Hey, Sean Gibson, the rookie.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
Yeah, because I have no intention of really messing with that kick there. I'm giving them a first down.
Nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, no one says to their guy, hey, it's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At the line,
All right, Foles.
their next drive, the Bears offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
So do I.
And that is incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence.
I want you to throw that away.
Time and he will. That time it fell incomplete.
Had nothing to do with confidence. Just throw the ball away.
And Robinson with a big catch.
Throw it up. Allow him to make a play.
Timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Foles.
Throw it away.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16
I want to take a shot.
half number 1.
Probably Cole Kmet.
From the red zone now.
Oh, Allen Robinson.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
There it is.
Robinson, touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will
That's a beautiful throw.
Better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just to
And just boxing out of Dory Jackson.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, indeed, starting to try to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
From the 29, Tannehill. It's gone. Smith. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout.
58's Mike.
With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
58's Mike.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And that's going to be in.
Jalen Johnson. That's a good play.
Second down. So we reach
You know it doesn't matter because he doesn't get the first down.
as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA
Good play.
Time report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November.
All right, let's see.
In the Twin Cities, Minnesota hosting Detroit in the NFC North. And it's
Okay.
the Lions who hold on to the lead in that one. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Wow.
And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Zach Pascal, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley.
Here are the Packers.
Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium.
The Packers did lose.
And that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. 38.
And just like that, on we head.
All right.
Number 2.
So right now the Lions might take a division lead of, or keep the division lead of 2 games.
Here as we get back to
Still have to play them once.
sports. That's field
Vikings twice, Packers twice.
and the half will begin with a touchback.
And then there's one other team in there.
The drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything.
Oh God, I missed him.
Needs to change.
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility.
Engage 8. We Tayshaun Gibson again, the rookie. Dialed up a crazy blitz there.
Why they've struggled so far? They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
The offensive film session may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
Wow, Jalen Johnson.
Gonna get him. 20, 10, touchdown Titans.
You had one job, Jalen.
First touchdown on the year. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly down, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear
Gotta play that. You gotta play better there.
that man fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone.
Whoops.
And he brings us out past
Kind of ran right into Correa.
the Bears.
All right, Foles.
Ready to get going.
Let's do it, baby.
Moved the ball well in the air, and certainly a big reason why those receiving corps have been excellent.
There's no doubt about it, partner. Let's face it, when they get away from defenders.
The Bears offense
Blitz,
ready to go
blitz.
for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Clowney is just a non-factor right now.
Lead of 12 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen.
He's everywhere. He's just not able to make a play.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running block, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
First down, they run again. Here's McDonald. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. The tackle made by Xavier Williams.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he's going to have another first down.
That's Allen Robinson.
The Titans' 34-yard line. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
Be alert, be alert.
Go sweet, baby.
Watch 54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Babies cry all the way back home.
He's got a first down and much more inside the
I could take that hit. It's pointless.
inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big time run, big time pass.
A 1-2 combination looked pretty good.
Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
There it is, David Montgomery.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it.
All right, here we go. We're not having drops. We're actually making some plays, getting open. Got some 50-50 balls. Luck's involved. We're
Now after
doing a pretty good job.
Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, cut the lead, but the Bears touchdown a moment ago. We're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Oh, good play. Roquan knocked it loose.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Tannehill finding Davis for a Titan first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Keep it up, guys. Kill.
10 carried out for Derrick Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Tannehill. This one complete to Smith.
You don't want no problem.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Get in the weight room. Undercrush. Go.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a first down following a gain of 3. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
SOS.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And his throw's going to be in.
Ooh, got lucky. Looked like a little contact out there.
And now it's 2nd down. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action.
59. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Getting this complete to Smith.
Fuller, good tackle.
47 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser.
You had to come back for it.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
So much much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Okay.
We got this.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, you'd have to think they really want to start taking some time off the clock.
Because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Back now in Nashville, it's Bears
With live formation.
have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
They'll try to run forward with Cohen, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Let's go, baby.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
I'm here.
So they have a big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Open man is Komet, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Big hit.
That's an okay hook up there on his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for.
I don't know. I don't really like anything particularly. Fill in some space. If you can get there, you can get there. If not, not.
Play in this football
It's just-
game is if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the second down. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take
There's Sean Gibson there.
to about the 7. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Why would I go? Why?
Check it. Lady. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? Go, go.
Now it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head? That universe is signaling for a safety, but is at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
Probably.
And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come in here, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the
It should. He's got that first down.
thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter.
I just don't know exactly what I could have done differently there. Play calling. Maybe an inside zone.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to
Trevathan in coverage.
up second down. So now they'll come up on second and 10 once again from the 28. Now Tannehill. He's got Smith here. 9 yards, and that leaves
Okay, at this point, I think it's about time we do it. Which are sub linebacker package now?
so it'll be third and less than a yard. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at third and a few inches. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And
Jalen Johnson.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Another nice gain, 13 13 yards that time and another
Put our
first
ears
down.
back. 7-5.
Scrimmage the 37 on first and 10.
Someone's got to win that.
Tannehill.
Nice play.
Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Hey, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot.
And he comes back with one complete. 11 yards there, first down.
26, Mike. Rip right, rip right.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Complete, it's Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first. And that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
We got
They've
trips
got
over
it
here.
second
Trips
and
over here.
goal as they look for that touchdown.
Check 31, check 31.
This will go on at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They get only a yard there. Now it's third.
And Jalen Johnson, the rookie.
By the rookie Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or
All right, here we go.
Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24. Again, they'll go around the Montgomery. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Watch the curve, watch the curve.
Out of the gun, Ryan Cohen. And he's gonna
Got it.
get the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And they'll
There it is, Nick Foles.
one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
We take this one against. Really? No, we don't.
180. Right there in the middle. 55.
You just kneel it out. We don't gotta run a play.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they
See?
take the
We
knee.
just need one more.
And with a third and 13 here, the defense in a
Double
dime
tight, guys.
look.
Double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey.
Falls down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it.
That's it.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis.
Foles played well.
So for Charles
Hear the football?
and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA.
Montgomery, 2 TDs. Corey Davis kills with that one. Al Robinson, 5 catches, 95 yards. Ridley, 4 catches for 67. Wow, I did not get the ball to Miller at all. Wow. This game. Little tackles with Fuller, tackles for loss. Sacks here. A rookie. Oh, it's not Trayshawn Gibson. It's Travis Gibson. Been mispronouncing that the entire time. Travis Gibson. Rookie Jalen Johnson with the INT. Close out the game. Pretty good one. And then we finally can see who has it. So James Daniels. Of course, we're going to go pass protector down the left side. Do want to get Wims in here. Get him slot. Read it catching. Jesus. Okay. Do you want to get Jewel? Do you want to get Iggy up there? Okay. Let's see a little bit of Iggy. Point. Power rusher for Travis Gibson. Okay, strength. Strength there, nice. Holtz, care about that much. Team leader, Keem Hicks. Finally, the winning streak, or losing streak is over. Legacy has grown by 100. By earn. Defensive line got points. Nice. So the Vikes, week 10 before the bye week. Robert Quinn is back from injury. Going to be a big boost here for us. What was this? Night game? Night game at home. 4-5. Right here, we are a game behind. Oh, we haven't had our bye week, so we're technically 2 games behind the Lions, so we have not had our bye week. You can see the schedule. Vikings, bye. Packers, Lions, Texans, Vikings, Jaguars, Packers. So, I mean, these games are big. Foles has to play big. This defense needs to step up and play big. We have our man Quinn back. It's going to be a big, big one. Let's see if we can see what guys are. Komet. We'll see it next game for him. And Jalen Johnson, we get to see his, and he is a star dev. Nice. He's going to be good. Jalen. 7. Fuller. Playing well. Buster Scrines playing well. Roquan's playing well too. Playing with intensity. Nice to see. Of course, Khalil Mack is. Of course, Keem Hicks is. DJ, of course, playing well. Over the offensive side of the ball, what is Allen Robinson's stats right now? 36 catches, 550 yards, 4 TDs. We're about halfway through the season. He's going to get probably about 80 catches here. About, I don't know, 1,000 yards. So he'll get 1,000 yards. Anthony Miller, 30. What about Ridley? 32 for 383, 2 TDs. Okay, that's big. David Montgomery. Got to be having a good year right now. 365 yards, 80 attempts, 4 TDs. Okay. He might get about 800 yards. And remember, we're sharing the boatload. 2 backs. So we're sharing a lot, guys. Our line's doing great. What's Matt doing? 21 receptions, 214, no TDs yet in his career. Okay. Playing pretty well right now. Let's kind of see where we're at in the stats before we end this. So Mitch is still the best on our team for there. We're 13th in offense. 27 in points score. I need to redo that because I think that last one. For our total team, we're 13th offensively. Okay. Defensive or offensively. Defensively, what are we? We're 13th and 13. Offensive, okay. Game, passing touchdowns. So we are up there. Their defensive points against. Probably not great. Yeah, we've been lit up a couple times. Sacks, highest in the league. As for turnovers, probably not as much. Fumbles, we got 1. We got 5 picks. Not a lot. Not a lot there. So let's see what we have. Similar completion percentage. Okay. Bulls just take 1 sack. That's big. Here's the yards here. Okay. Receiving. Allen Robinson has the most catches and the most yards. TDs go to Allen Robinson and Anthony Miller. Ridley then Graham. Blocking, who's give up more sacks? Leno, Manafetti. Other than that, no sacks given up by anyone else. Okay. Tackles. Roquan has 81 tackles. Jesus. And 14 for loss. Sacks is Mack. Robert Quinn's coming back. Before that, he had 3.5 after he missed 5 weeks. INTs. Jalen Johnson has 2. Roquan with 1. Grind and Bush. Forced fumbles is just Robert Quinn. That's right, and it was recovered there. Pinero's missed 2 kicks. AK, I've missed 2 kicks. Patterson, not the greatest there. Let's look how this looks in the NFL. Not going to have anyone in the passing close. But that's Matt Ryan with the most yards, most TDs as well. He went lights out against him. Most interceptions. Okay. Elliott has 842 yards in 10 touchdowns. Nick Chubb. Okay. Jamison Crowder with the most receptions, but the most yards goes to Julio Jones. Most TDs, Cole Hardman and Jamison Crowder's up there. Have any defense? Most tackles. Roquan has the most tackles in the league. Almost the most tackles for loss too. Fletcher Cox has him there. Most sacks is Myles Garrett. For some reason, this is still a glitch in Madden. We don't see Khalil Mack. So Max got 10, remember. Interceptions. Bradley Roby has 4. DJ Hayden 4. Carl Joseph. Okay. For deflections. Al Fuller has the most deflections. He's probably playing the most consistent right now in our secondary. But so is Skrine. Skrine's playing well. So you have that. Picking percentage here. Blankenship. That will be that. For kick returning, probably Cordell. I always have more than everyone because I always take it out of bounds. Punt returning. Punt returning is difficult. I have a TD, yeah, Deshaun Jackson. Do I have a TD here? Kick return, yeah. Bowden, Malik Taylor. Okay. All right, so we went through the stats, guys. There it is. We'll go through the stats. Wow, stats at the end of the season. There's one thing I do want to see. Transactions. Anyone made any trades? Any re-signings? Okay. Something big. Manuel Mosley. Quincy Wilson is re-signed by the Jets. Campbell. Denzel Perryman, that's a big one. K'Wan Williams. Mackerel. Douglas for the Panthers. Cam Newton resigns for a 1-year, $22 million deal. Pats. Guy, Tyrus Bowser. Carl Joseph resigns. We saw him playing well. Lindsley, Devin Funchess stays with the Packers. We haven't played the Packers yet. Shaquille Barrett, Rob Gronkowski, Chris Godwin, all re-signed. Big contracts, too. Kenyon Drake, Malik Hooker. Been nice to take Malik Hooker and put him over on strong safety, but he's going to re-sign with the Colts, obviously. Tyrone Crawford, Jordan Lewis, Sweet Hart, Jernigan. Eli Apple is in there. Lamar Miller, James Conner, Corey Davis, who we just played, Jonnu Smith, Jalen Brown, Darion Conley. There's Tariq Cohen, who we just signed, Matt Milano. Justin Simmons, that would have been a nice one to have. Sue, Monte David, Melgum Ingram, Hunter Henry, Sammy Watkins, Justin Houston, Todd Gurley, Tevin Coleman, Pierre Desir, May. Marcus May would have been a good one to have as well. Down to Hightower, Judon, Ronald Darby. Ronald Darby would have had a good one in the slot as well. Keel Griffin, of course, he's going to get paid. Kevin Clowney got a 6-year, $130 million contract. Okay. Anthony Harris, Will Fuller, Carl Lawson, William Jackson, Dave Vernon, Keenan Allen, T.Y. Hilton. Okay. Dak, 4-year, $131 million. Big one. Leonard Williams. Avery Williamson. He would have been a good one. He's got some speed, but I wouldn't have paid him that much. Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay. Curtis Samuel. Cooper Kupp. 4 years, $64 million. Carson. Juju Smith-Schuster got 4 years, 57. Dalvin Cook got 5 years, 46. Bills. Okay, so some good ones there. Emmanuel Mosley was traded for the 49ers. Okay, that's why. We saw him on the trade block. Packers trade Jamal Williams for John Feliciano. Oh, wow. Okay, so Williams is out of Green Bay. Vikings acquire Chris Conley, another receiver there. Patriots trading a bunch of picks. Wow. Get Tyrus Bowser. Okay. It's a big one. Packers again trade for Albert Wilson. Wow, that Packers. Wow. The 3rd to 7th. Albert Wilson. That's big. So what are we looking at? He does want $64 million. I just want to see how big this contract's going to be. Oops. I didn't go in the menu. $12 million cap hit? I think that's cheap. That is cheap. Hell. That is cheap as hell. Because what are they getting right now? What are the top all receivers? He's getting 15 right now. There's no way in hell he'd play for that. Come on, really? What should Hopkins? Hopkins is going to get $25 million. Keenan Allen's going to get 18. Yeah, what we'll have to do is in the offseason, I'll have to have a chart up and see how much are actually worth at the end of the day. Because there's no way in hell he would accept that. Like Julio Jones got a $20 million deal. Alshon Jeffrey's got 18. Allen Robinson would want anywhere probably about 17 million at least. Devontae Adams getting 16. 12 million. 12 million is what Pyro Williams got. Even Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp asked for some good money. 66. We'll have to see ultimately what we end up signing him for, because that is not even an offer that's remotely reasonable that he would ever ask for. He's an 89 overall. He would ask for so much more. So much more. This one with Mitch isn't that much either. See, now this is more reasonable. As a backup QB, a $12 million cap hit, yes. Eddie Pinheiro as a kicker, this is not reasonable. Roy Robertson Harris. This is reasonable. Like Jermaine Ifedi right here. Probably reasonable. find one that's absolutely ridiculous. That Allen Robinson one is ridiculous. Cordell would take that for 2 years. Would not take that for 3. Yeah, Allen Robinson would be more in the ballpark of something like this. $75 million. Something like this. Allen Robinson asked for. I still think that is still too cheap. Something like that. What he'd ask for. Ultimately, I wish I could. I might sign him to a high deal and then kind of edit it if it's too low, and edit it in a way that we make it more less. Because this is hard to see how much this actually is. Cap hit says 15, but I'm paying him. But that's not the actual cap hit. I had this issue with. This is like what he would ask for. But we'll kind of see. Ultimately, he wants 64 million. How much did Cooper Kupp get? Just wondering. $4 years, $64 million. Literally this deal. Which should come out around 15 million. It's a 12 million cap hit. We'll kind of see how it goes, but we're going to end this one here, guys. Next one, we will take on the Vikings. We have a huge division matchup before the bye week, and then we go into another primetime game against the Packers, against the Lions, Texans, Vikings, Jaguars, Packers, and then we're at the end of the season. Before I do forget, though, I do want to spend this Coach XP on increased player weekly goal XP here. Actually get us up. Next one will be on expert scouting, maybe. I'm not sure, but kind of see how that goes. Thank you for joining me, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Later.